This is just to kind of illustrate that you do not need to spend $1 million on your mowing equipment. This is my brush hog attached to my Ford 1967 tractor, and I gotta tell you, I paid the same amount for that tractor and brush hog as I did for my riding mower. And I do a lot of things out here. We've got about 50 acres, and I mow and bush hog about 10 of that. And the brush hog is really ideal for cleaning up all the edges of our fields, you know, all the margins around our main property. And what you're about to see, I actually mow over a pretty big rock. And I hit the rock, I can hear it here, then I just lift up the attachment and the rock actually just flies out. And I'm going to play that for you one more time in slow motion so you can actually see that rock go flying out. Check that out. I would love to say that this is a rare occurrence and I don't hit that many rocks, but it actually happens quite a bit, and my brush hog is still going strong. And here I am along the edge of another field, and it really just keeps the blackberry bushes from growing, small trees from growing, etc. It just keeps those areas clean and you know, just from getting too overgrown. And as you can see, it just mows everything down to the ground. That's what's so awesome about it. And it's not bad on grassy areas as well, working much like a mower. And that's especially true in areas like this where the ground's just a little too rough for my riding mower. And the tallest of grasses are just no problem for the bush hog. I gotta say, if I had to choose between a riding mower and a bush hog, I would definitely go with the bush hog. It's just so much more versatile than a simple riding mower. And I can get within a foot or two of my small trees and fences. And here you can see that it's not really that crude of a tool. You know, it's called a hog, but it's not really that rough of a tool. You can do some fine work with it. Here I'm actually running between 2 rows of small trees that I planted, and it really cuts down on the work later with the trimmer. And really the best thing about the bush hog, absolutely the best, is that it simply devours weeds and brush like this. High stuff just doesn't stand a chance with the brush hog. It just eats it up. And I can do a field at this size. This is about a 5-acre plot here in the middle of our property in just a couple hours. And it just leaves a really, really nice cut. Check it out. The finished product is nice and low to the ground. That's me just finishing up that plot I was telling you about a couple hours later. Now just lift up the bush hog itself and you can drive that tractor anywhere you need to go. Here I'm going down the road, down to the other end of our property. I've driven it to a neighbor's farm, and here I'm actually just taking it across our recently harvested field and taking it to the edge of the property. So just lift that bush hog and you can drive it on roads, across fields, etc. It doesn't mean your tractor is you know, bound down. And it just mows anywhere the tractor can go. If you can take your tractor there, you can mow right behind you with the brush hog. And this is actually just along the creek on our property, which is some sort of choppy ground. Now in some of the really rough areas, I tend to back the bush hog up into the brush and then pull out. It's just a technique I use to try to really get into rough spots. And this area, just 2 years ago, was solid thistle plants. I couldn't even walk through here, and now it's just kind of weeds and tall grass. So it's a really great tool for transitioning a property. And this is the simple 3-sided shed or pole barn that my tractor lives in. It's small, but it fits just right. As you can see, my tractor, you might notice this is also outfitted with a snowplow attachment, but mainly I use the brush hog, which is just an outstanding tool. The minute this one dies, I will get another one because it is just so great.
Hit me a thumbs up if you liked the video, subscribe to the channel if you're interested in more stuff of this kind.